nothing, just started and saved it. So that way it'll make it a challenging game for me as an experienced gamer. Can get to really know the game itself and really have some useful tips for your own gaming. Okay guys, jumping right into it here, one of the most important things to watch about this game is your quests. And your first day you're going to have basic survival quests. There's going to be 8 things you're going to do. It shows it right up at the top right corner. So first thing you're going to want to do is gather plenty of plant fibers used by hitting grass. You can collect it hitting burlap sacks, and also by hitting some furniture. But what you're going to want to do to start off is gather probably 50 or 60, so hitting about 20 or 30 of these. And also remember to collect rocks, because that's an important resource as well, one of the basic resources along with wood, which is probably the most important in this game. Also some coal here. It's very important, but not at this. Prefab structures in this game, but if you're a creative gamer like me, you're gonna really want to build your own. Let's hit some of these smaller things for wood. One of the first things you're gonna want to do in this game is craft yourself a stone axe. Remember to watch your skill points, which is also another important point I'll make when I level up. Okay, to craft some of your most basic stuff, you're going to go up here to bedroll, which will set a most definite place for you to sleep, and it'll save where you sleep, and then your stone axe, of course. A wooden bow is also useful. Laying claim box, not so much. Laying claim box is mostly for online play, so I'm just going to scrap that here for iron, which is also an important resource used in the forge. Crap. And now that you have completed the crafting of the axe, or the stone axe, it will automatically complete it and upload a new objective, onto the next step in the quest. So what you're going to want to do is collect maybe up to 100. Let's see what I'm at here. 89. Yeah, collect up to 100, and it's going to give you a list of objectives here to create all these plant fiber clothing. And I'm in random gen based on the weather patterns. I have seen in previous gameplay where random gen just makes it super hot, making it nearly impossible to wear any clothing at all for protection. But for this purpose here, I'm just gonna make it to complete this quest, and I'll see later if it affects, or if it affects, or how bad it affects heat, because that is a very vital component in this game, and it will affect your dehydration and how much liquids you need to consume. So the next step in this quest will be to put on or wear these clothing. You're just going to go up and press up on the gamepad on your PS4 controller or your Xbox 360. So just equipped all this clothing. That's an automatic completion for that. It's going to ask you probably next to make a bedroll. Oh, wooden club. So very simple, easy. It's under weapons. It wants a basic iron club. A wooden club. So you're going to want to find wooden club. There's also this here that you can use for searching if you're trying to find a more specific item. Wooden club. Craft one of those. Not one of the more useful tools in this game, but definitely better for whacking and killing zombie enemies than your basic fists or any of the other. I'm gonna collect this coal here. Usefully used in maintaining a heat and a fire or a forge, which is the most important in the game. The forge used to craft the best weapons and a lot of useful stuff for base building. So I'm just gonna finish collecting this, and the next step in this quest is to make bow and a bunch of arrows. I wouldn't say a bunch, but some arrows. And for this, you're gonna have to get some more wood. Always remember to watch the daytime, because zombies can run at night in this game, especially on insane. They will do a multitude of damage to you. Now, just for basic, very little iron, but a bunch of stone, these will do the job. But I recommend going for these smaller, softer looking stones, which give you a equal amount of stone and iron, and they break up into 3 separate things, so you can get 400 hits out of it. If I didn't say that clear enough, it breaks up 3 times, giving you many resources. Now the great thing about this game is when you go to break something, you see this steady stream here. It does give you a good bonus amount of supplies at the end for breaking it. You can see it breaks off, and you can continue to hit it, but for my purposes, I am done with that. So the next thing I will need to do is find a bird's nest, and many bird's nests, all of them mostly, are on the ground or in very subtle areas. What is this? A glitched rabbit. Okay, well, I'm gonna kill this thing, because this thing is very useful. Getting its wood, or its meat. Wood. And we'll always go to the nearest open. So what you're going to want to do is destroy this thing. And from killing any of these animals, where did the... what the heck? Well, anyway, from killing these animals, you'll get hide and raw meat, both which are useful to survival. Put this meat into a campfire, which it will ask me to make soon, and you can cook it into meat that'll be more viable for living, being cooked, and it will not have as much effect on damage. It will not affect damage at all, and it will also reduce how far of a smelling range zombies have on it. Tires hit those, useful for a mini bike, which you construct most likely way later in the game, but for me, probably a bit sooner here. Oh shit. Now, for most players in this game, they will not be playing on super fucking insane mode, as I am here, but either way, at the beginning, avoid all zombies, because they will slaughter the shit out of you. In this game, you're going to want to find this biome, which I spawned in, which is very useful. There's also a more deadly biome, which if you step in that without the proper clothing, you will die almost instantly. Car is good for searching, for gas, lead batteries, which are a very useful and hard to find thing in this game until way later. So, bird's nest. It's a strange road. Ah, there we go. So what it's going to ask me to do is craft using wood. It's probably under weapons here. There we go. Using wood, stone, and feathers, you're going to craft arrows. Which I already have the bow here. And to load this up, you just simply, it doesn't start out loaded, you just simply press O or circle, or B if you're on Xbox 360, not Xbox 360, Xbox One. It's going to ask me to craft another bow. I'm just going to simply drop this one, seeing as how it has no use to me anymore, because this one will be a more high level. Way high level. Okay, the next thing it's going to ask me to do is start a base. I'm not going to start a base, but I will collect the necessary means. It's going to ask you to craft wood frames, and it's going to ask you to place them and upgrade them. Once a frame is upgraded, it will not be able to be replaced or to be able to pick up, which you can with a regulation frame. Just a plain and simple frame that has not been upgraded. Where's wooden frame at? The basics is the most useful category starting out. It will show you the most useful items at the beginning of the game. Basically the starting items. Wooden frame, where is this at? Wooden frame should be in basic items, but for some reason it is not. Wooden frame. Maybe I just missed it. Damn, I cannot find this thing anywhere. Okay, wooden frame. There we are. Craft 3 of those, and you can also press this or this to craft in a certain amount that you are looking for. I will have to remove some of these. Useful for water, useful for hydration and food, useful for staying full. Will ask you to place these. Simply place them by pressing left trigger, like you're aiming on Call of Duty. And then on this, to upgrade. Where the fuck's this bitch at? Fuck me. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to fucking shoot her head off real quick. And they probably will most likely be harder to kill, seeing as how I'm on insane mode. But for you, most likely will not require this many shots. Finally. Once you get them on the ground, they will take stun damage, which makes them insanely more easy to kill. Ooh, she has nothing that's useful. Okay, I'm gonna wanna craft these, upgrade them. Upgrade them by pressing the same left trigger that you use to place them. I'm not sure I want to start my base here. Tonight I might just stack some wood frames on top of each other to make a base, which is not safe, but for my purposes it's gonna have to do, because bases require proper placement, so that way you have useful, not in town, but near water, a water source, a food source, and just an all around more defendable spot on the map, which you have to watch yourself in this game. It's like a horror game, supposedly. But once you get to a certain point where your base is built, you have concrete walls, which I like to build, but whatever you have, defensively. Oh shit. It's gonna ask me to make a new bedroll. So I'll simply have to scrap that one. Bedroll. It's also gonna ask me to place it, which I will do just for the purpose of this quest, but you will not want to do unless you're near death and you want to spawn in your house, or you just want to spawn close to where you're setting up a base. But for me, I do not want to base here, and it will always spawn you here. But for bedrolls, you will have to pick them up and replace them. That is crucial to pick them up and replace them, because you will not spawn there twice if you do not pick up the bedroll. Now for me right now, ooh, steep ledge. This is exactly what I love to see. You have to watch yourself in this game. It is very low res game, so it will spawn in some crazy, ridiculous points in this map. Always search things on this game. It is very vital at the beginning of the game, but once you get to know the game and what is good to keep and what is more or less useless, it is always good to pick up as much as you can. Ooh, hey, that's very useful. Pickaxe used for hitting rocks. I gotta make sure I don't... Looks like I'm running at like 200 miles per hour right here. Actually, I might sleep here. What I wanted to do with this series is just, you know, if you're bored and just watching YouTube or needed some useful tips, you'll find them here. Or if you just wanted to start a new long series, which I'm hoping this will be. I just really wanted to start gameplay on 7 days for you guys. Another rabbit. What's next? Oh, a campfire. It's gonna ask you to place this. This, I do not believe you can pick back up. Yeah, see, once you have placed it. And those are all the basic quest lines. It will give you skill points, which it shows, which is useful. And for skill points, there are hundreds of different skills you could put this into, but just a starting tip, one of the most useful is toolsmithing. It increases the level of which your tools will be made, how high a level they are. So you can see mine are 4, but some other things are different levels. Well, clothing and tools, and they all run on a different skill system, so they will all level up differently. Sandwich, that's fucking disgusting. Cars will be more useful with wrenches, used to gather some of the more useful products out of them. Hitting them with this basic stone axe will do close to nothing for me. It'll just gather iron, which I have no use for yet without a forge. Right now I'm just looking for a good place to set up, a good defendable place. This road actually might... If I could find a water source, it'd be more valuable if I built a base here. But for a beginner, you might just look for a prefab structure which you can build off of, if you're lucky to find a fully constructed house. There's a lady over there I don't really want to fuck with right now. Ooh, a town. I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm gonna start a new one very soon, just to chunk this up, really. Okay, oh, dog. That's great. Nope. Not what I wanted. Okay, see you next time.